Wow, that is so good.
Regulators, mount up.
Hey everybody, Lewis here, Rshackbbq and other things. Well, tonight we're doing a cook, and I'm using the Dyna Glo charcoal grill. Now, if you haven't, you might want to go up here and check out this video I did of unboxing this thing and my experience. It's quite interesting, let me tell you. So, for this video though, we're going to actually do the first cook. I did the initial burn in and it ran great, but now we're going to actually use it and do our first cook. And what I'm going to do on it is Swedish style meatballs over egg noodles. We're going to make a nice little gravy to go with it. It's going to be so good. So I'm going to do everything right here on this Dyna Glo charcoal grill. I've got the charcoal already lit in the chimney. It's coming up to temp. As soon as it's up to temp, I'm going to add some more Kingsford. We're going to get this grill nice and warm. We're going to make up our meatballs. We're going to get our pan of water going, all right here on this grill for the noodles. So let's get into this cook. It's going to be a good one. Our charcoal is up to temp. Let's get it dumped. Gonna get some drunk chunks down on here, like so. Gonna get some more charcoal dumped in it too. So I want a nice fire going here. Like that. So right now, I have, like I said, I have the actual grill grate all the way down, and we're gonna bring it up a little bit. Chunk there. Already smelling that whiskey barrel oak. Let's get our grates on there. Front door closed. There. Like I said, I have the grate all the way down. I'm going to actually bring it up a little bit so you can see how close this can get up here. I mean, we're right up there. Perfect for searing or whatever. Right now what I want to do is I'm going to put my water over here and get that kind of warming up. But I'm going to have this like halfway down for right now. So the main thing is getting our water on here. Now, as far as that back rack goes, this rack up here, I might have to get this out of here. Let's do something like that. See what happens if I can close this all the way. Yeah. Might have to take that off. Let's get a lid on it. All right, so we got our water here. You notice I took that warming rack off. That way I can close this up without any issues, which is perfect. Probably won't use the warming rack anyways. Letting our water come up. I'm gonna get this down in there. Let's get our skillet warming up too. Skillet will be over here. Let's do this. Let's put it like that. All right, put our lid back on the water. We'll just let things come up to temp. Looking beautiful. Something like that. All right, let's check our water, see how it's doing. Let's open it up. Get this slurring around a little bit. Just about time to put our meatballs on there. And it's getting warm. Not quite there yet. So what we're going to do is we're going to put a little bit of more oil in here. So, and we're going to take our meatballs that I made. They're a little bit bigger than a golf ball here. So I'm just going to take them and we're going to brown them up. Like so. Not sure how many I'm going to be able to get on here, but we'll get as many as we can in here. Might have to do this in 2 shifts. Skillet is nice and warm. So right now all we want to do is just kind of brown these up. Hit on every side here. Meatballs are done. They're nice and brown. Just going to take them off. Going to have a little bit of residual cooking going on here. As they sit on this plate, I'm going to wrap that plate up in foil. We'll just let them hang out here for a bit. All right. So what we want to do is get the excess grease out of our fry pan. So what we're going to do, I'll lift it up here. Got a little pan. Pour it down in there. Set it down for a sec. Take our spatula. Now this pan is really hot. Ooh. Cool off for a sec. Alright, that should be good enough. Get this out of there. So now what we want to do, got some butter here. We'll put that butter in there. Get this swirling around in there. We're going to make our gravy. So now we want to add some flour. So keep getting this stirred around because we don't want it to stick on the bottom here. Then we're going to add some beef broth. Some beef broth. Pour that in here. Fire's pretty hot there, so what we need to do is let's heat off of it. There. Spread that out a little bit. Okay. Now we want to add a little bit of lemon juice down in there. Alright, let's get some more flour in here. Kind of thicken it up now that we have it cooling off. Check our water. So the water's boiling, it's time to add our noodles. I'm going to give it a little bit of salt in there. I'm going to take our pan off for a moment, like so. Add some salt to the water. Okay. Using egg noodles. Give it a quick little stir there. Let's get our lid back on there. Okay. So now we want to add about a cup of heavy cream. Start with that. Noodles are just about done. Let's get her. Alright, so our meatballs are basically done here. I'm gonna get them off. Our noodles are done. So start with the meatballs. I'm just gonna set it up here on this trivet. Let's check our noodles. They are definitely done. We gotta get them in the house, get them drained, and get them ready for the final reveal. So done out here grilling. Let's get in the house with everything. All right, here's our Swedish meatballs and gravy and our egg noodles. So what we're going to do is we're just going to take some of these egg noodles, put them on here, like this. And we're going to take a couple of these meatballs. Those look good. Let's take some of our gravy here. See if we can do it without spilling it. Dribble it over the noodles and the meatballs. Something like that. That looks so good. Alright, so there it is. Then if you've ever been to Ikea, what they do is they have what's called lingonberry jam. And they actually put this on the very top just to give it some extra flavor. Oh yeah, that looks so good. Get the meatball, a little bit of that lingonberry, some noodles, some gravy. Oh yeah. Let's taste it. Oh, wow, that is so good. Those meatballs have so much flavor. That gravy, oh, very rich, really good. I'm telling you, this is, that lingonberry jam on top of it just adds a right amount of sweetness. It is so good. So you saw how I did that with the Dyna Glo adjustable charcoal grate. Set that pan on there, filled it full of 4 quarts of water, and brought it up to a boil. While it was doing that, I did up the meatballs. I mixed them ahead of time, and then I took them out there and kind of just give them a quick little sear, if you want to call it. Set them off, started working on the roux or the gravy. Got that all made. By then the noodles, the water was boiling, so it was time to add the noodles, added them. Then while that was boiling away, I went back and put the meatballs into the gravy and just let it cook for a little while. And once the noodles were done, the meatballs and gravy were done, and it's a delicious, delicious meal. And we're going to enjoy this very much. Reminds me just like how I would go over to Ikea and get their lunch special Swedish meatballs and gravy like this over noodles. It was so good. Anyhow, thank you for watching. You can do this too. It's not that difficult. That Dyna Glo did a pretty good job. I still got to play with it more to get the heat just right on it. You know, like I said, originally I wanted one that I could adjust each grate up and down. It'd have 2 grates, but this one came in with just a solid one. So I've got to learn how to build my fire on each side and control it that way. But it did fine. So I'm going to go eat now. Thank you for watching. Until next time, my friends, grill on.